I'm trying to save for a house. So I think it'll be a year before I would even consider it. In the past, like I tried network marketing, tried drop shipping, tried lots of different things, and none of them really worked. And I spent a lot of time and wasted a lot of money. I've been a CNA for 10 years, and I did that for like a year. And after a year, I was like bored. And I was like, oh, this is a problem. If I can be bored of that job after just 1 year of doing it, then why would I spend all that money, all that hard work just to go do something I'm going to be tired of in a year? I'm very grateful to trading because it got me out of the previous business that I was trying. I'm all in on trading for right now. Train yourself to be emotionless, use take profit and stop losses. Never stop learning.
How are you, Stefan? How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
So you have a pretty big payout today of over $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel when you get to achieve a payout?
It's freaking awesome. Yeah, and it's been great lately because I've been improving as a trader, and the last 2 months have been my most profitable months yet. My skills are definitely sharpening. It's
Nice.
getting more consistent. Yeah, so
So how long ago did you start trading in total?
a bit over 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah, I
nice.
spent that first year kind of like I was telling you, just manually trading S&P 500. And then, like I told you, like I was looking for something like prop firms, not knowing what it was called, and I found out about them, like October of 2024. So just a bit over a year ago.
Mm-hmm. How long did it took you to become profitable?
With prop firm trading,
In total.
just in
For you,
general.
yeah.
Well, I mean, prop firm trading is different from what I was doing. So it was, like I guess a lot of the principles are the same, but Forex is definitely different from just regular stocks. So just a little bit of an adjustment. I'd say probably like 6 months into prop firm trading.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like one of those things, like there's lots of people who are like, uh, like, oh, I could never get that. That's too confusing for me. And I felt like I was one of those people. And so I figure like I'm always going to be confused. I just got to kind of just jump into it and just learn that way. And I found that to be very successful.
How did you learn trading?
I mean, YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, majority of us do that from
Pretty
YouTube.
much, yeah. You can learn anything, internet. And you know what else? Like ChatGPT has been like one of the most amazing things. Like I always verify what I learn on ChatGPT because sometimes it'll give you total BS. But oh my gosh, it is just amazing for learning. It is the best learning tool when you use it properly, anyways. In the world, like it helps me learn any subject I want so much faster.
That's interesting. So you actually, what was the question you were asked ChatGPT about trading?
Oh yeah, so just for an example, like different indicators, like I was trying to like understand how they work mechanically. I'm a big fan of the exponential moving average. And so like I was just asking it questions. And what I like about it is like you can put things in your own word, and like if you're like reading a textbook about something, it's like that the way it's written is the way it's written, right? And you just like if you don't understand it the way it's written, just too bad. With ChatGPT, it's like I can be like, so what you're trying to say is this. So yeah, so it really helped me to understand because there's like the simple moving averages, and I was trying to decide what to use, and then it explained how the exponential moving average worked to me, and I was like, I like that a lot because that gives you good like trends over a set period of time, but it weighs the more recent candles more. And so I really favor that. Yeah.
True.
And I also use it to help understand RSI, and something I'm looking into. I haven't quite implemented it yet. I'm trying to understand it, but it's a bit more complicated, is the MACD. So I'm learning that with ChatGPT, and I'll decide probably in the next few months whether I want to actually implement it or not. Don't totally understand it completely yet, but I do like the idea of it. If I can understand it, it seems like it'll really help you to identify trends.
Yeah, I don't use MACD, so I don't. I use EMA and RSI. I do use that. Or
Oh, okay. So we're pretty
yeah,
much
yeah,
similar strategy then.
yeah. What's your background? Like, what did you study? What did
Like,
you do outside of trading?
oh, just like my
Uh,
full-time job. So I work in healthcare. I've been a CNA for like 10 years. And that's kind of what got me, on this road, right? Because I guess, you like graduate high school, right? And you're just like, well, I guess I got to pick something, for a
mm-hmm,
job. And I was like, I don't know, I liked biology, so I guess I'll go be a nurse, which is a stupid way to go about it. And looking back, I think I like more the fitness element of biology rather than like the healthcare side of it, I guess. But you
mm-hmm,
don't know that when you're right out of high school. You
of
just feel
course.
like compelled to pick something. So I got my CNA, which is the first step of nursing, and I started working in the nursing industry. I was working in the emergency department, right?
Ooh.
And yeah, in the emergency department, it was freaking awesome. Like you get to see all kinds of cool stuff every day. You go home and you're like, oh, this cool thing happened. Oh, this cool thing happened. And I did that for like a year. And after a year, I was like bored, and I was like, oh, this is a problem. This is a big problem. Like, if I can be bored of that job after just 1 year of doing it, then I don't want to go and be a nurse. Why would I spend all that money, all that hard work in college just to go do something I'm going to be tired of in a year? So that's kind of what got me on the entrepreneurial pathway. As I was like, I just don't want to do something that I'll hate within a year and then feel like I'm stuck doing that the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I very much like, like um, this isn't completely passive. It's a bit hands-on, but it's leveraged, right, compared to working, a full-time job, trading your
Yeah,
hours for money. That's what got me on that pathway. I was like, I don't ever want to get stuck doing something I don't like, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah. But interesting, interesting. Let's go over your payout. Let's do your payout right now. If you can share the screen with me and request the payout. So by the end of the interview,
Okay,
you can have your
so,
money in your account.
right, rise, max, the SJ, instead of not James. That's it, right?
Yeah, you did it with the rice, right? Yes.
Yep, yep.
Okay. And let
Yeah.
me put a timer because I'm curious. How long does it
um,
take till your money are gonna come to you? So I put a timer.
okay.
Okay. So you were mentioning that it was very difficult for you, not difficult, but it was the hardest part in trading to become emotionless.
Mhm.
Talk to me a little bit about that. Like, what was the biggest challenge?
Yeah, so, emotionless, like when you're just sitting there, like watching a trade, like it's uh, like we have these strategies that we put in place to try and like manage risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're using like for both of us, we sound like we have the same strategy. We use the RSI and the EMA. I have mine set to a 5 minute candle for 24 candles, which gives me like a 2 hour picture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And sometimes, like when you buy a trade, it goes into the negative a little bit, and then it goes back up. So, you know, you got to do the best you can, just trusting in your strategy and just, I guess, accepting that sometimes you're just going to lose a trade. But you
Yeah.
just have to trust that if you follow your strategy, you're going to win more trades than you're going to lose and ultimately come out on top. So, that's why I am really, really, really a big fan of using take profits and stop losses, because then I can just set it up and then just kind of step away and I can just trust it. Because when you're just like watching it the entire time, you're just like panicking. And if you, like every time your trade goes into drawdown, if you close that every single time, then you're for sure going to miss the times where it goes into drawdown and then swings back up and would have been a
Mm,
profitable trade,
true.
because you're not trusting in your strategy. So I
True.
guess that's what I mean, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What was the hardest thing to deal with? Like, did you have a fear of losing out? Did you took like revenge trading? You had those?
Yeah, like early on when I was
Mm-hmm.
when before I started doing prop firm trading,
Mm-hmm.
when I was doing the S&P 500 stuff, before I started using stop losses and take profits, yeah, there was a little bit of that, like panicking and going out of a trade a little bit earlier than I would have, not trusting in my strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you're saying, like you lose a trade and so you take another one to try and recover. But by the time I got into prop firm trading, I was pretty much well over that because I'd learned how to use take profits and stop losses. And, that kind of took the emotion off of me a little bit because I'm not like watching it. And if you're just like watching it, like your eyes glued to the screen, you're gonna freak out. So, and that's not to say that like I don't pay attention to my trade after I take it. Like sometimes, I'll like peep in on it every here and there. And because sometimes you'll see something where you're like, no, this trade is like obviously like going badly. And
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes you will want to close it before it hits the stop loss. But
What time frame do
that
you
that
do you
helps.
the
Huh?
time frame? The time frame. What time frame do you trade?
You mean what do I have the candle set to?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So I have two charts set up side by side. One of them I have set up to hour candles, and the other one I have set up to 5 minute candles.
Mm-hmm.
And like obviously there's like a button, so either one of those charts at like any minute, like anytime I can uh, change to 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. I don't really
Mm-hmm.
like 1 minute, so I don't think it gives enough information. Usually 5 minutes is my go-to. But yeah, I use my primary one is like I use the EMA to 5 minute candles, and I have it set for 24 candles. I told you that earlier. Gives me a
Mm-hmm.
2 hour picture, but like we were saying, the EMA gives you more weight towards recency. So I like that. And then the other one is kind of like a broader picture. So that'll generally be something like 10 candles set to hour candles. And that also has the RSI on the bottom for me. And I'll use the RSI just to like, because sometimes, you're like looking for your setup to like take a trade entry, right? But sometimes I might be a little bit like just a moment late to it. Or sometimes you'll like see like a huge spike in whatever you're trading, and you'll be like, oh, am I too late to take part in this spike, whether that's a down spike or an up spike. And the
Mm-hmm.
RSI helps me. The RSI isn't something that like helps me to like decide on to take a trade, or like let's say the RSI is above 70 or below 30. It doesn't tell me to take a trade the other way because it's going to rebound. I use it more as like an indicator of, did I miss this spike? Or if I was like
Oh,
a little bit
interesting.
late, like with my setup, then I'll use it as like like maybe I'm just a bit late to like a setup I would have taken a trade. Then I'll look at that RSI and I'll be like, okay, I think I'm still good. I'm going to take this trade. I've found it very
Hmm.
helpful for that.
Okay, so let's show me a little bit of the strategy. Let me see
Okay.
how you trade.
Okay. All right. So I
Okay.
do use a VPS because as far as I saw, like you guys allow it, and I copy trade just because, like I was telling you, like I use multiple prop firms, and all
Mm-hmm.
the prop firms they use a different platform to trade, and it was just like it was too much for me to like try and learn like all the different ones. So I was like, it'll be better if I can just use one trading platform
Mm-hmm.
and just learn all the controls on that instead of jumping around to a different one for each prop firm that I'm with. So yeah, that's why I use copy trading, and then I use the VPS because I work quite a lot, and I'm not always on my PC. So using a VPS just allows me to like have my setup without having to like do it all over again every single device that I log into, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows me to like, if I'm just like on the go, I can like just check it on my phone too. All right, so like I was telling you, like I have two graphs.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't see me because I wasn't sharing my screen, but I did just right click on this to like check this EMA line, and it is how I have it set up normally. It is set to 10 candles. And okay, cool. We're set to 1 hour candles. So like I like this just for like broader trends.
So that's one
Um,
hour chart. Okay, yeah, I see that.
yeah, 1 hour. And then here's
And
the
the
RSI
yeah,
down here.
sorry. Yeah.
Although with the RSI, like when I'm looking to enter a trade, I'll probably just quickly click on the 5 minute
Mm-hmm.
to use the
Mm-hmm.
RSI for that because it does
Mm-hmm.
change it instead of the 1 hour. But I can change that like on the fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the RSI, which I described to you. And then, hold on, I got to set up the right graph. Trend.
So you
Hold on a
trade
sec.
gold.
Yes, yeah, which is what I was trading on the account in question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've done USD JPY as well. Those are kind of the two main ones that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna start exploring some other ones. I think I might try GBP USD probably, or sorry, GBP JPY next. Anyways, so moving average, because I don't have it set up on the other graph like I normally do. 24 candles. I guess we'll do aqua. That's fine. There we go. And this one's set to 1 hour. We want to set it to. Wait,
That's
did
five
that
minutes.
work? That didn't seem to change it. Okay, they just look
Yeah,
similar.
that's 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 minutes. All right, so let me just look at an example of a trade I might take. So we're role playing a bit here, right? I'm just kind of
Mm-hmm.
going with what we have on the picture. So, like an example of a trade that I would take is I like it when, like the candles cross the EMA line from above or below and goes
Mm-hmm.
in the same direction as the EMA line. So this one I might not have taken because it's, like it's showing me that the trend was going downwards. I would have liked to see it going upwards and then the candles cross it from below would be
Mm,
something that I would take.
interesting.
And then another type of thing that I'll kind of look for. Again, I'm just working with what I've got here, so I'm just kind of role playing. It's not a perfect example, right? But I told you like another thing that I look at is like levels of resistance, level of support trading. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. So again, not a perfect example, but like let's just pretend this looked prettier. So like right here is like would be kind of uh, like a level
Resistance.
of resistance, and then right here would be like a level of support.
Mm-hmm.
And then like about right here, I can see that it broke above the level of resistance. So then I might like look at that and be like, okay, this might be something I want to take a trade on. If it broke above it, look at my RSI graph real quick. Okay, we're going for it.
What would you look for the RSI to see? That it's not oversold?
Yeah, if it's not overbought or
Overbought?
oversold. So in
Okay.
this case, it'd be overbuying. So I would want to make sure that it's not above 70 or
Mm-hmm.
close to 70.
Mm-hmm. Do you wait for a confirmation if the one of the zones broke, or you just go in?
I mean, as long as it's in a good range, like comfortably in between the 30 and the 70, I'll take it. If it's pretty close, I'm just not gonna trade it.
Mm-hmm.
If it is in there, like I'm not gonna trade it. And not only am I not gonna trade it, but like like I've seen some people say that like, oh well, once it hits here, then you want to like buy a trade in the opposite direction, and I don't use it for that because there's no guarantee that it's
Mm-hmm.
going to swing the other way. I don't think it's really an indicator for that. It's just
Mm-hmm.
an indicator that like the momentum has stopped.
Many
If that
times
makes
when
sense.
when it says overbought or oversold, it's gonna take a while to actually change the trend. It's not
Right.
necessarily at that point
Yeah.
in your strategy. Like for example, if the price is above the EMA, I only buy. If it's below, I only sell. Or you have a rule like that.
Not like what you're saying, but I mean, if I had to say I have a rule, like
Mm-hmm.
my like risk management, I guess, is that I like to be very conservative with my risk, and I like to have it heavily skewed more reward than risk. So I pretty much always have my stop loss to take profit ratio set to at 1 to 2. One, of course, being the stop loss. Two, of course, being the take profit. And I just always make sure that I'm trading no more, or risking, I should say, no more than 1% of the account. In fact, I don't even like doing 1%. I usually try and do 90%.
90%?
No, oh, I'm sorry. No.
0.9.
0.9%.
Yeah. Uh,
Thank you for clarifying. I do not want to risk 90% of the account.
yeah, just like show me, you said you will not go in that trade because the EMA is kind of flat when it crosses. Let's see if you
Well,
have
that
an
one I
example.
might have. That one I might have because of the level of
Because of
resistance
the.
support I was telling you about. But it would be prettier and give me more confidence, if the
But
candles
show
were
me an
crossing
example
it.
that it's like you will go with a lot of confidence in. Can you?
Just for an example, right? I'm using like a one lot trade here, and then we could do either points or percent. I'm just going to do percent because it's easier. So stop loss, we'll set this to, whoops, wrong way.
Oh, okay. So you will set the below.
Right. We'll do 0.9%.
Oh, okay. That's what
There we
you.
go.
That's how much you risk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Because it depends on like my how many lots I'm taking for the trade. So that'd be 900 points, and then take profit. We'll set this again to percent, and
you don't need to take the trade actually. I just want to see how.
well, no, that's why I moved over to this because I didn't want to
Uh-huh.
actually take an actual trade on that other one. And this is like allowing me to set up my take profit and stop loss before I take a trade because I want to show you an example. But on that other one, I would have had to actually take. I guess I could have done like 0.1 lots, but this is just prettier and easier. So, anyways, yeah, and also like this is kind of what I use because on MT5 it doesn't have the like the percent option. And so like it takes me too long to do the math in my head of like when I'm doing the setting up my take profit and stop loss on it, it only allows me to say how many points do you want to set for your take profit and stop loss. I'm like, okay, like that's too much math for me to do. So I'll usually just like hop into here and like just go into this and play around with it. And then you can see right here, it tells me, okay, 2%, I want to set it to 2,000 points, and 1.9%, I got to set it to 900 points.
Got it.
Yeah. And then like I can adjust the lot size. If I want to trade something smaller, it'll adjust that for me, although it didn't adjust that. It just adjusted. Oops, wrong way. Anyways, yeah, you can play around with it, and it just helps me to do quick math, if that makes sense. Yeah, so okay, so if I want to trade 0.4 lots, it'd be 2,197 points.
So after a losing trade, what do you tell yourself?
I mean, just kind of like I was telling you, like just try and be emotionless about it. Not emotionless in the sense that like more in the sense that like losing trades is expected, right?
So that's you tell yourself.
It's gonna happen from time to time.
You still have those days when you go crazy, like you go revenge trading, you go outside of your. No, you still don't have that. How do you control it though? That's what I'm asking for me, so I know how do you control it. So as a advice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just got to look away from the screen. Just doing the take profit and stop loss has just really helped me, and not just like watching my trade like a movie. That's just an emotional roller coaster because it goes up and down and up and down. And if you just like check it often enough just to see that it's not going horribly bad where you do want to trade it or close it before it hits a stop loss, that's been all that's really helped me. Yeah, I freaking love whoever invented take profit and stop losses. God bless them.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't why you basically take your trade and you leave the computer and come back.
Yeah, you just gotta trust your setup, and then I glance at it like you don't want to do it too much. Like it's an hour minimum for me before I'll allow myself to check it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you backtest your strategy a lot? How did you gain the confidence in the strategy?
Yeah, you just practice it over and over again because like you have to have enough data to like
Mm-hmm.
inform your decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to have that data, you need to stick with the strategy for a long enough period of time.
Do you still you said you're not a nurse anymore? You still into business entrepreneur, or you're a full-time trader?
Yeah, I'm very grateful to trading because it got me out of the previous business that I was trying. I'm all in on trading for right now.
Oh,
And
nice.
then hopefully I can get it to be a full-time thing.
Do you have any advice for somebody that just start trading right now?
I think we've pretty much covered all the pitfalls that I had early on. Like you just gotta train yourself to be emotionless, use take profits and stop losses. Never stop learning.
Never stop learning.
There we go. All right. I
You
got
see
it.
it?
Do you need me to share the screen?
Okay, it took. No, here we go. 44 minutes.
44 minutes. Not bad.
Okay. Thank you very much for talking to me. I learned a lot today. Congratulations on your payout, and I wish you many more. I'll see you next time. When you get the
Thanks, Adelina.
200, when you get the 200, maybe we do an interview. You said you wanted 200K in total. Maybe we get an interview then.
200K in payouts?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, hey, that's the goal.
That's the goal. Okay. Enjoy the rest
Thanks,
of your
Adelina.
day,
You
and
too.
thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye.